Got Paul Murphy here, the founder of the Songwriters Café. So you're the person to ask what it's all about.
Well, Songwriters Cafe is exactly what it says. It's a space that is specifically for new work. So original material. It's a place to encourage people not to come and do covers, but to come and take their own stuff out there. And I think that there are a lot of writers who often don't have an opportunity to actually get out and let people hear their stuff. And unless you get it out and test it, it's very hard to continue writing. So it's really to create that. That's what the purpose was, you know. Back in '96, there weren't a lot of open mic spots, and you know, most of the things that people had if they were acoustic players was, you know, go and sit in a bar and do a whole lot of covers, which is fine, but it's nice to have a space that's dedicated to original material. So that's the heart of it.
In comes Jack. Been to the bar, he said he'll be back in a quarter of an hour. Got nylon strings on his guitar. Yeah. It really was a treat to have a song played to me by such splendid artists. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Great. Funny hat stand returns.
Shall I introduce you now? Now that you've introduced me, I can introduce you.
Brilliant, thank you. This is Fanny Hadstand who's going to introduce me.
This is Paul Murphy, who I'm introducing.
Yay!
Thank you very much indeed. Such a succinct introduction encapsulates the whole breadth of my history, biography, and DNA. I'm going to start with a song which, just driving down here today through the beautiful countryside, reminded me of this song. I wrote it when I was young. It's called Spring. Spring had returned and was busy unpacking, hanging out leaves on the trees, filling the gardens and woodlands with flowers, washing the town with spring rain, painting the avenues with sunlight, whisking the shadows of winter away, while the returning birds bring songs from the south, and caterpillar dreams butterfly to thought and infatuate the hearts of young lovers. Yea, and out on the plowed field the farmhands from tractor scatter seeds to the riveted earth. The grey swollen sky, it droops low, and a breeze stirs up from the rim of the loch. Black specks glide on the sultry air, ere raindrops mottle the clay. Mist it descends, curls in the furrows, while raindrops stop on the leaves, then drip to the stream that rushes by below. Spring is the living season, sowing the seeds of love, calling forth flowers from the dead earth and life, from cold winter's grave. On boarding house gardens the borders are tended, no vacancy signs dusted down. Visitors lounging on sunlit verandas then stroll through the small seaside town. And down on the beach, with frolicsome sweeps, the wind crashed the waves on the rocks, and catching the spray in a girlish display, she flung it back in on the sea. came to this country, wonderful Great Britain. I came to England, Bridport. I passed through here many, many years ago. I was a young beatnik in 1966 on my way to St. Ives. And this is a little song from that time. It's kind of as a survival package. It's called Shoplifters Talking Blues. Back in the days of protest songs, when St. Ives was Mecca, and hungry beats walked the streets and smoked more than tobacco. When conferences of washed out jeans had hocked to find a raver as a part-time runaway who is a premium bond saver. We lived above a boutique, a tall house upon the high street, a few doors from the wimpy bar, the entrance down an alley. Yeah, many people came and went and no one knew who paid the rent, so none would speak, not a floorboard creak when the rent man came a-calling. Lord, times was hard and we was barred from wimpy bars and cafes, and boozers too, but the seats were new because our clothes were dirty. Yeah, times was hard, we had no cards, no dough was forthcoming, and most of us had got pneumonia, man, out on the roadway, thumbing. You know, advertising slogans are created to provoke. And a fray bent or steak pie looks heaven when you're broke. And religion's always urged above all heaven must be sought, so the pie must be stolen if the pie cannot be bought. It was thus philosophizing I went a walking round the store. I'm a basketing a few large items, concealing many more. In the pockets of my donkey jacket, down the legs of my jeans, underneath the armpit sausages, and round the back baked beans. But you know, property must be protected to use sophisticated technique, like two-way mirror and hidden camera to catch the thief and freak. And thus it was that on that day, this dreadful fate befell me. I was at the cash desk casually rapping, when at my shoulder a hand come a-tapping, and I turned around and what I was see, a supermarket manager growling at me. Weren't offering no prize, and much was clear. Thought it's time I better disappear. A jerk to the left and a jerk to the right, and then a pull with all my might. I haven't hypnotized no yippee you. Jumped the rails and off I flew, out the door and down the street and past the policeman on his beat. I thought he wouldn't see me was moving so fast, and then he gave his whistle a blast. But by that time was already scrambling over a wall with the ivy rambling. I saw it was a churchyard Jesus saves. I hid right down among the graves. You know, I got my breath back, I got to contemplating this here whole episode I've been relating, and when I spread my food out on the gravestone, I got the feeling I weren't eating alone. Maybe it was the angel with the outstretched wings, or maybe the way the small bird sings in the silence after the ringing of bells. It says, God helps those who help themselves from supermarket shelves. Obviously, I'm a completely reformed character.
What's that in your pocket?
Given the kind of moral imperatives of our society, you know, it's very hard to continue to be a shoplifter. This is a song from, it's from the band I work with called The Destroyers. They are numerous, 15, so they send me out on these little kind of refresher courses into the wilderness. They say, go Murphy, take your guitar, try the songs out. See if you can learn to sing them in key and in time. Then come back. and we'll rehearse. This is based, wrote this in December 2008, just as the financial collapse, the inside story, I don't know if you've seen that, you know, where it all went wrong. This is based on the experience of René de Filouchet, who was one of the first victims of the Ponzi scheme run by Bernard Madoff, which was just part of the whole catastrophe. Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Where did the money go? Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Where did the money go? Crossing Rockefeller Plaza from the Wall Street Christmas meal, where the algorithm forecasts had nothing to reveal. De La Filouchet, despondent, sees Prometheus look down. I stole the golden flame, but Bernard Madoff stole the crown. Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Where did the money go? Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Where did the money go? Well, he's back in his headquarters on the 22nd floor. Dismiss the cleaners early and bolt the office door. Got a waste bin for the blood. He's got pills to ease the pain. A parcel knife to take his life and cast away the shame. Hey, cast away the shame, he cried, for I am all at sea. And I haven't got a compass for this catastrophe. A hurricane of accusation raging on and on. They're all asking the same question. Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Where did the money go? Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Does anybody know? Dawn returns upon his beat through the cold streets of Manhattan, stirring homeless hobos sleep like a copper with a baton. But thieves don't sleep in doorways nor beg out in the street. They breakfast like Prometheus in Madoff's penthouse suite. Blood on his hands, says the New York Post. Blood on his hands, but he's raising a toast. Blood on his hands, headline screams. Blood on his hands, now there's blood on our dreams. Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Where did the money go? Where has the money gone? Where did it go? Where has the money gone? Does anybody know? Sunday afternoon, Saturday's moon still hangs out on the edge of town, paler than death. Time holds his breath and sighs. He's watching the sun go down. In summer, sweet summer, it is fading away. Leaves turning brown, come floating down on College Square. And as daylight dies, the wind softly sighs outside. He can hear your heartbeat. So time hides his face, feels so out of place in here. He takes to the empty street. In summer, sweet summer, it is fading away. Leaves turning red drop on his head in College Square. And as you lie sleeping, time comes back a-creeping to rob you of all that you own, to divest you of memory, turn your heart into stone. So guard and treasure these moments of pleasure, these long warm days in the sun, like when the world was young. Now it's Monday at 9, and time's feeling fine today. Guess he likes the routine, but you're easy and slow, in no rush to go at all. Life is not a machine. It's like summer, sweet summer, and it's fading away. Leaves on the breeze, tugged from the trees in College Square, and no one is there. I'd like to do 2 more songs, if that's fine with you. This is dedicated to a young Irish poet that I knew from County Fermanagh. A guy called Johnny Jones, who died tragically. This is his story. It's called The Bard of Ballygo Backwards. Hey, the bard of Ballygo backwards, he lived down by the loch. He wandered all around listening to the people talk. He was scribbling in his notebook the things they had to say. He was looking for a clue that might illuminate the way. Born a twin, his father died when he was just a child. His sister, she was sensible, but he went wild. His mother wrung her hands for him, lit candles at the shrine, and he became the altar boy who drank the altar wine. He's the drunk boy in the choir log, his willy in his hand. He's contemplating, masturbating, he can't stand the red fist organist and tears racing down the aisle. She's seen the one-eyed devil with the sacrilegious smile. Ever after the outsider, a stranger in the street, he'd buckled neath the cold stares of people that he'd meet. He'd write his manifesto in the middle of the night, recited on the shoreline in the early morning light. He wants an audience for crocuses, encore for the rain, a meal for his stomach and an end to human pain. He wants a mother for each baby, a truth for every dream, and lovers for the lonely, and peaches with ice cream. But he's the drunk boy in the choir, his willy in his hand. He's contemplating, masturbating, he can't stand the red-faced organist and tears racing down the aisle. She's seen the one-eyed devil with a sacrilegious smile. He's the wild man of the belfry, the orphan on the shore, the citizen of planet gloom. He's anxious for the door. He's running down the ocean beach, the sea wind in his hair. He's diving through the wreckage on a voyage of despair. He wants an audience for crocuses, encore for the rain, a meal for his stomach wants, an end to human pain. He wants a mother for each baby, a truth for every dream. He wants lovers for the lonely, and peaches with ice cream. Till he's the drunk boy in the choir, off his willy in his hand. He's contemplating, masturbating, he can't stand the red-faced organist and tears racing down the aisle. She's seen the one-eyed devil with a sacrilegious smile. I was going to play you a long torturous song, but it's not really torturous, but I'll play a different one instead. This is equally torturous. This is a new song, actually, a new kind of destroyer song, so I thought I'd give it an airing. I've just been recording this.
An exclusive, Paul?
Well, it's sort of an exclusive, yeah.
Inclusive.
Bear in mind, it sounds nothing like it. This is a country and western version of it. Hey, when scientists peered over the edge of emptiness and they stared into the void, into the consternation in the distant constellation, spied a hole in the universe. Yeah, and it is in a radius, a region of the sky, southwest of Orion, but nobody knows why. It's a billion light years wide, it's a googleplex away, a hole in the universe. The scientists were puzzled but excited to find a hole in the universe of such gargantuan proportions it blew the human mind. A hole in the universe. It's devoid of all dark matter, stars, galaxies, or gas, and nothing exists there of energy or mass. A billion light years wide, just a googleplex away, there's a hole in the universe. A hole, and no one can repair. A hole in the cosmic underwear. There's a hole that no one can reverse. A hole in the universe. There's a hole in the ozone at the bottom of the world. Now a hole in the universe. There's a hole in the ocean where plumes of oil unfurl. Now a hole in the universe. Yeah, there's a hole in body politic, a hole in public purse, a hole in theology, and now there's something worse. A billion light years wide, Lord, a googleplex away, there's a hole in the universe. A hole, and no one can repair. A hole in the cosmic underwear. There's a hole that no one can reverse. A hole in the universe. Got a hole in the heart and a hole in the head and a hole in the road and a hole in the bed. Now there there's a hole in the universe. There's a hole in the middle and a hole in the top, and so many holes don't know where to stop. Now there's a hole in the universe. There's a hole in my pocket and a hole in my purse, and so many holes and it's getting worse. There's a hole in the universe. There's a hole in my sock and a hole in my shoe, and so many holes don't know what to do. Now there's a hole in the universe. I lie, 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 lie. There's a hole in the universe. Hey, and lie, 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 lie. There's a hole in the universe. Hey, and lie, 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 lie. There's a hole in the universe. Lie, 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 lie. There's a hole in the universe. So thank goodness if there's a hole in the universe, at least there's something intact here in Bridport. In this wonderful old fanny hat stand ensemble of an evening. And it has been very wonderful to see again the wonderful Rory McLeod. I first heard of Rory McLeod through a friend of mine called Rod Demick, who's been along and around the scene for many years. A bass player with all sorts of people from the Straubs to Elias, Ron McCavan and all those people. He said to me, have you ever seen a guy called Rory McLeod? I said, no, I've never heard of him. He says, man, the guy is like a cosmic troubadour. And he certainly is. Wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. Wonderful to be with Rory McLeod here this evening. Thank you. And thank you very much indeed also to Jack and Joe. Great tribute to have a song played for me. Wonderful. And so many other wonderful artists, some of whom I saw. Yourself, sir, you sang some beautiful songs. Very nice with Fanny Handstand on backing vocals, and Mr. Gordon there on the old harmonica. So, thank you. And lie, 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 there's a hole in the universe. It's true, you know. Lie, 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 there's a hole in the universe. It's almost 1 million light years wide. And if you check it, multiply it by 6 trillion. It's a fucking big hole. The question is it a puncture or is it a passage? Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Please check Songwriters Café when it returns again under the treehouse. That's where I first met these guys, came and played at it, and Sarah came up. We have a little Songwriters Café under a treehouse with a fire pit, and we run it out as a live radio from Thursday the
Paul's website
something of May
as well, so you can stream it live off his website.
Yeah, great.
And it's on
Join in, you'll hear these guys and others.
And can I just say a huge thank you to Ian?
Yes, indeed.